Hello everyone, my name is Ian, and yes, I am the guy from Gaming Wildlife. Apparently people just keep asking that question. They're like, wait, are you the same people who did the 100% Honest series? Yes, that was me. That was our old channel. That's the whole reason we're doing this channel, is to try and come back and do more video stuff. Because we want to come back to YouTube. But anyway, while we were doing the 100% Honest series, our very first episode was in 2013. I want to say March. Our first video was the Electronic Arts 100% Honest with us. And ever since that video, people have told us, hey, aren't you just copying off of Cracked.com's Honest Ads series? Full disclosure, people, I have never seen Crack's Honest Ad series until today. I've literally never watched any of these videos. Cracked has been a long-running magazine as sort of a alternative to Mad Magazine back in the 50s. First of all, I didn't realize it's been on that long, but yeah, I used to read Crack.com's articles all the time in the late 2000s, early 2010s, around that time. I was reading a bunch of them, and they were funny, they were insightful. They always provided a different perspective on things, which is what I always liked. I liked being able to read something and have it be like, did you think about it from this angle? And I'm like, no, I didn't. And I'm glad that you showed me that. But then it was weird because there was never really a single moment that made me go, I'm never reading this again. It was more they kind of just turned into BuzzFeed 2.0, or I guess BuzzFeed 0.5, because they were kind of a knockoff on BuzzFeed. But then BuzzFeed hasn't been around nearly as long as Cracked has, so I don't know. Cracked has figured out a way to keep going ever since the 1950s, and they're still going. I'm literally looking at their YouTube page right now, and they posted a new Honest Ads a month ago. So they're doing something right, I guess. I've never seen these before. I'm going to watch them. Now, the first one I'm going to look at is their latest one, If Comic Book Movies Were Honest. And it was posted in January, so late January, so it's almost 2 months old. They haven't posted anything in 2 months. I wouldn't know anything about that. I don't accidentally take a couple of months to not post stuff. It's been a very busy few months. But anyway, let's see if this series is funny. Let's see if this series is good. Here is If Comic Book Movies Were Honest.
Do you have another job you work?
I work 3 jobs.
Yeah, me too.
Welcome back to Breaking Cool Dork News, RadarGeek.net. I'm a woefully underpaid peon who was never given a name, and today I am joined by CEO of Horton Studios, Roger Horton.
Hi, I'm Roger Horton.
How did the Horton cinematic...
What is all this? Okay, Roger Man, Captain Roger, Thick Roger, Roger Man Returns, Captain Roger and Private Boy, Thick Roger the Thickening, Roger Man 3, Airbud Origins. Okay, that's kind of funny. I like that one.
Back with me to the ancient days of 2008, when simple-minded folk attended moving picture establishments without asking how those talkies fit into the broader merchandising empires.
Okay, so already this kind of feels like they're just deliberately trying to rag on fans of this stuff. I think I'm reminded why I didn't really watch a lot of these, because parody and satire are hard to deliberately do. Maybe I need to watch more of this before I really give a full critique, but there's really two ways to go about doing this sort of thing. Satire is looking at those in charge and punching up and being like, y'all suck, you're making things worse. Whereas parody is kind of looking at the world around you and going, this is bizarre, this is weird and silly and dumb and so many things. This kind of feels like punching down a little bit. Maybe that's just me. Because they're deliberately making fun of people who go to these films, but also, I don't know, what am I on about? This kind of feels like punching down. Maybe I need to watch some more, we'll see.
Of course, the real trick was ensuring each subsequent HCU movie felt distinct. But thankfully, we nailed it. That just happened. Well, that just happened. That just happened.
I hate this trope. I really do. The whole making fun. Well, that just happened. These are making fun of the like hyper campiness and comedy elements of all these superhero movies. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that, but they weren't the ones who invented this. It was actually like buddy cop films of the 80s had this exact same kind of dialogue. This is just sort of the next iteration of that. This kind of dialogue has just been around for decades already. It's not anything new to just be like, oh, this isn't funny. It's like, well, it kind of is. It sold a lot of movies in the 80s and 90s as buddy cop films, and now it's selling films in the 2000s and 2010s as superhero films, but it's the same kind of dialogue.
That just happened. That just happened.
That just went on way too long.
But how do you convince viewers to come back for sequel after sequel?
It's called the sunk cost of just.
Okay, I kind of like the sunk cost fallacy. Yeah, that's true. Because, yeah, it does sort of feel like once you get heavily invested into one story, you kind of want to keep going no matter what. Doctor Who, anyway.
Then, by constantly and endlessly teasing upcoming HCU films with bonus footage, we hid behind the scrolling immemorial lists of special effects serfs who starved to death working on our digital punch and juice.
That's a good joke, because holy crap, is the entire entertainment industry literally held on the backs of CGI workers who literally work themselves to death to make these films. That's really good.
We had become so powerful that dweebs like you were forced to dedicate most of their websites to HCU coverage lest you go bankrupt. It's like that fable about boiling a frog, except you're the frog and the water is attractive celebrities in spandex saying, "Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark."
So, okay, this is weird because it does feel like it's punching down. You're deliberately making fun of the fans for going out and seeing these movies, but not touching upon the fact that studios are rehashing the same ideas over and over again. I think this is I can see this popping up more. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up happening in a lot of these other videos, that it feels more like they're deliberately making fun of the people watching the video rather than punching up to the studios or just doing sort of a parody of, isn't this all just a little bit strange? This kind of feels like punching down a little bit. Maybe that's just me. Also, how many times are we going to do the "that just happened" joke? Because, okay, it's a funny joke. You've done it about 5 times now. Just saying.
Never bring a squid to a magic fight.
And on that note, don't forget to check out the 37 most coolest HCU characters ranked by how awesomely badass they are.
This is literally stuff that Cracked.com has put on their website. So now we have to enter into this weird question of, are they making fun of themselves for doing exact lists like this? Or is this them trying to make fun of other people for doing this kind of stuff that I've seen them do as well? I need to stop being so critical. I just need to watch this. There have been some funny moments. We're going to keep going.
You'll rush to the comments to call us stupid dipshits when you see who's number 4, which only helps our visibility in the algorithm. After the interviewer, I won't be able to feed my children this week, but in the meantime...
See, I also like this little note right here. Make this video, and he's doing all this clickbait, and he's just like, what am I doing with my life? Let me tell you something. I've worked jobs like this. I have been in his position going, what the hell am I doing with my life? I somehow relate to this guy more than anything else they've shown me, because this guy is just probably making like $15 an hour, filming 10 of these a day and just going, what is wrong with me?
What's next for the HCU?
Oh, I don't know. Probably a half a dozen TV shows featuring once promising talents we'll entice with yacht money, then lock deep in the bowels of our content mines.
I am.
That does sound like something that, like, these movie studios... Every movie studio wants to sign up actors for about 10 films now. And actors are just like, I'm good for maybe 2 or 3 if they make decent money. But after that, I'm not going to do 10 movies. But, yeah, the MCU did that. And, yeah, no, okay, I get where you're going with.
Excited for Space Roger and to write an article that says shocking Space Roger fan theory that we stole from Reddit before 300 other identical competitors write the exact same article.
Cracked, are you making fun of yourself, or are you trying to make fun of other people who do this as well? Because you do this. You do this with your articles. I don't get who you're trying to make fun of here. If this, this is part of the problem I've got with some of Cracked's videos, is that I can't tell if they're making fun of themselves or if their nose is so far up their ass that they think that they don't smell it. You know what I mean? Like, is this a joke at your expense? Because you do these articles. I have seen them on your website. Is this you making fun of yourself? I can't tell. I honestly can't tell.
By the way, stay tuned for our next video, 45 massive Airbud Origins plot holes you missed, plus the plot of the novel I once dreamed of writing before such things became impossible. And before we go...
This guy's the best character on here because he's... the subtext, which is pretty obvious, but pretty funny, it's just that he's... God, he must hate himself. Coming into work every day being like, why the hell am I doing this? I love this guy. This guy's funnier than the rest of the video.
How do you respond to critics who say that the HCU is a little juvenile?
Between working a job you hate and lovingly rearing the next generation of HCU fans, you only get a few precious hours a week to yourself. Do you really want to challenge your mind with some depressing crap? Or do you want to put on soothing pablum, shove oodles of popcorn down your gullet, and play on your phone as you half-watch two CGI globules bump into each other? Then go online and demand we cast a hologram of Heath Ledger as Aunt Roger so you can feel like you're part of the creative process?
Again, this feels like punching down. Like, you're completely forgetting... This is all some people have. Like, they don't... Yes, people don't necessarily want to watch depressing things because it reminds them of depressing things, but also, some people have to, work 80 hours a week because that's all they can do to survive. And again, it kind of feels like you're deliberately punching down at people who, like... Look, make fun of the MCU. There's tons of stuff to make fun of the MCU. You've hit upon some pretty good moments about how there aren't enough minorities, there aren't enough women in these films, and that including them now and being like, ooh, we're so spectacular, and including them now kind of takes away from the fact that you didn't include them before. Yeah, that's a joke. That's a pretty decent joke. But now it just feels like you're punching down at the people who genuinely like these films. I don't get your angle here, Cracked.com. It kind of feels like Cracked.com has turned into an angry, like, edgelord YouTuber who's talking about how She-Hulk is bad because women, basically. It kind of feels like you're acting exactly like them. This is a weird take. I don't know.
Pretty neat, ain't it? It's called art. And I wish people would give it more credit.
Well put.
I've been Roger. And remember, as Roger Bott once said, what are movies but corporate profits persevering?
There are some really good lines in this. Because that's a good line. That's true. God. I'm so confused by this video. I can't tell if I like it or if it's not really that good. Because there's some funny moments. And then there's some really just like, that joke doesn't hit, like, that joke completely misses the point. I don't get it. I have to watch more of these to try and figure out where Cracked.com's mind is. Where are you, Cracked.com? Where do you exist in the internet pantheon of now? Okay, so that first video was weird. I don't know what to think about that, but anyway. Now, we're going to take a look, this is me indulging, mostly, at their NFTs Were Honest. This came out a few weeks before our NFT video came out, and I'm surprised that our NFT video didn't take off at all. Maybe we kind of came in at the tail end of NFTs being a thing, but anyway. So this is Cracked. If NFTs Were Honest, I'm going to take a look at this and see if it's pretty funny.
Do you believe purchasing art transforms your surroundings into a pleasant expression of your personality while offering creators invaluable financial support?
Yes.
Then you're an idiot, and you're going to die broke and alone. Hi.
Jeez. These hit hard. Holy crap. That's amazing.
I'm Roger, and I'm here to tell you about the exciting world of non-fungible tokens. Art isn't something you enjoy. It's just another commodity we joylessly buy and sell in our latest attempt to trick capitalism's moribund putt-putt engine into hacking up a few more shiny tokens at us. I'll explain for you emotional pudding-headed wimps who look at art because it makes you feel things. Back in...
Okay, I get it. They're always punching down. They always do this. This is everything that they do. They just look at people and go, "You're a bunch of idiots. Now we'll tell some jokes." Like, that seems to be their ongoing trend with every video they do. Not how I would do it, but okay. I am getting into the mindset of Cracked. I'm understanding what you're doing here. Let's take a look. Also, yeah, NFTs were a really dumb idea. Like, holy crap, were they a dumb idea.
The stupid ages, I could own a nice Rembrandt, and you could own, I don't know,
That's
pregnant Sonic the Hedgehog on soiled Arby's napkin.
that's a mayonnaise stain.
Sure it is. But why waste all that time hanging a painting in your home like you're some sort of Renaissance baronet when you could just pay to associate your name with a JPEG of a fecund echidna?
So you're saying that I should collect art by purchasing exclusive ownership to a piece someone posted online?
What is this, the 31st century? No, you can only...
What the hell was that? What the hell was that?
So you're saying that I should collect art by purchasing exclusive ownership to a piece someone posted online?
What is this, the 31st century? No.
What the hell was that? Why are you in an astronaut suit all of a sudden?
Do you want to sell your art on Raj Club alongside masterpieces such as this?
No thanks.
Well, that's fine. I'll just have bots scrape all of your artwork anyway. NFTs are completely unregulated, and thousands of images are sold without permission from the artists who created them. One marketplace even sold NFTs of a cancer victim's work. Because death is no excuse to stop contributing to a vulturous middleman's quarterly reports.
Yeah, no, they're hitting this. They're nailing this episode because, yeah, wow. This is much better. Like, holy crap, this is way better than the comic book movie episode. That just felt like you were deliberately punching down at people without completely understanding everything. But yeah, no, the NFT episode, this is phenomenal. This is really great. Okay, I think I'm starting to understand why people like these.
It can't all be legal.
Who's going to stop me? The government?
No, in fact, they won't. Like, NFTs just kind of died out on their own. People just stopped buying into them, or really, like, we stopped hearing about people buying into them. Maybe they're still being traded. It's sort of like crypto. Like, when was the last time you heard someone talk about crypto? No one talks about crypto anymore.
Look, here's another NFT of me as an adorable chihuahua playing tennis. Buy it now, and maybe one day you can resell it for a huge profit to somebody even dumber than you.
Well, that's...
Holy crap. I never saw this before, but they're kind of hitting the exact same, like, moments that we are. They're hitting the same jokes. They're hitting the same punchlines. Like, yeah, I can see why people were just like, hey, you guys copycrack.com. Oh, I've never seen their videos before now. Ever. But yeah, we kind of do a lot of the same jokes, don't we?
Incredibly depressing.
Oh, don't get yourself down. NFTs have other uses too, like trying to dodge taxes, launder money, whatever. What's important is that the disruptive paradigm shifters at Raj Club looked at the internet's communal atmosphere and said, what if we force scarcity onto this to trick people into thinking they can magically become millionaires by collecting Beanie Baby ghosts?
So what should...
Beanie Baby ghosts. That's a good... I like that joke. I like that joke a lot because Beanie Babies was part of that like weird era where we were trying to... It was the 90s. It was because of like the comic books and just collectibles in general exploded in the 90s, and everyone thought that they were going to be worth $1 million later. And Beanie Babies aren't worth crap. They ain't worth anything. And this is Ghost Beanie Baby. That's a good joke. I like that one. That was a good one.
We'll never tire of inventing worthless, phantasmagorical non-investments. I'm Roger, and if you want to...
Worthless Okay. I get it now. They're pretty clever. They're really funny. They've come up with some really good phrases. Wow. Okay. These are pretty good. So that one was much better, actually. I liked that one a lot more. Yeah, that one felt like an actual, like, honest video. It felt like they were deliberately like, okay. So, okay, I'm starting to understand how the comic book movie video is working. It did feel a little disingenuous and punching down, but now this seems like they're going the South Park route of just like, let's make fun of everybody. Everyone gets a moment to be in the sun. I will say that when I do honest videos, I definitely want to focus more on the people in charge and people running things, and punching up to try and make fun of CEOs and middle managers and people who are pushing this stuff. But yeah, I get where they're coming from. I get why people like this. This is really good. So I wasn't going to click on this one, but I'm kind of curious about it. I see one that says, if streaming services were honest. We just did a Netflix episode. Are our jokes going to line up with their jokes? Are we literally telling the same jokes? Am I the most unoriginal person on planet Earth? I might be the most unoriginal person on planet Earth. Let's find out.
So do you want to watch Cop Doctors or Doctor Cops or Copter Docs or
Are you struggling to decide which bright stream of flickering photons and erratic audio waves might combine in such a way as to lull your seldom used body into another night of sweet, sweet unconsciousness?
I mean, I guess, but nothing looks very good.
Maybe we could just have a conversation.
Whoa! Let's not do something you'll regret. What you need is Hortflix, the premier movies but on the internet but not porn service, perfect for ensuring night after night passes peacefully, with zero opportunities to confront the burgeoning physical and emotional intimacy issues that have trapped your relationship in a meandering death spiral.
Wow. Wow, okay, they're really, they hit hard on these. I know I've already said that, but damn, okay. All right, I get it.
Hi, I'm Roger, and I can assure you that Hortflix has thousands of viewing options, a handful of which are kind of good, from old...
A handful of which are kind of good. No, that is true. That so many of these are just here's a billion shows, 6 of them aren't bad. Yeah, no, that's good.
Shows that won't allow you to capture your youth, no matter how loudly you laugh to yourself through the shared wall of your apartment, to new films, featuring only the most cash...
Okay, see, it's videos like this that make me think, okay, they seem to really understand the kind of people who would want to do this. The shared wall of your apartment. First of all, this house is amazing. Like, this is a huge ass house. No, like, poor people don't live in a house like this. Second of all, yeah, it seems like you really understand the kind of people. I don't know, like that first video was kind of weird, but this video seems to understand people a lot better, and the NFT video was funny. Crack.com's all over the place, man. I don't know what to take from some of this.
But only Hortflix has both a popular workplace sitcom from when you could still get out of bed without audibly groaning, and a brand new prestige drama about the most recent Silicon Valley scandal called Apptastrophe.
Yeah, that does seem to be a really popular genre. That they'll just basically make a show about Silicon Valley people either being evil or being geniuses. That does pop up a lot. These guys seem to understand tropes really well. As it turns out, this comedy magazine that's been around since the 1950s and has been doing online content for over 2 decades, turns out they know what they're doing. What a revelation.
Don't look at the reviews, and make sure to really soak in the first 2 seasons we'll make before abruptly canceling it once the creative talent starts asking for more money.
But what makes
Netflix does that. They absolutely do that. They cancel every show after 1 or 2 seasons because the people are like, oh, this series seems pretty good. Can we ask for more? Cancel. Watch the money. Always watch the money.
Hortflix different? Like, do you have cool indie stuff?
Initially, yes. We'll include some art house crap with some decent titties thrown in.
Yeah, that happens a lot in indie films, doesn't it? That does. God, yeah. You'll watch an indie film and it'll be like this movie that was made on $100,000 budget, but why is this successful? Oh, there's some nudity in it. And that's why it sold, because it's not like it sold because the plot was any good.
Do you want to sign up for our basic tier, which comes with ads, or our premium tier, which comes with ads?
Hey, it's Hulu! These are pretty good. These are really funny, actually. Yeah, so I think I get it now. They're very much punching down on a lot of things, but it's one of those, like, everyone gets made fun of a little bit. Everyone gets gets a jab here and there. It is sort of I think I like it because it's like holding up a mirror to someone. This is what we like to do with the old series, and that we're trying to do with the new series. You hold up a mirror and you say, take a good look at yourself and ask yourself, am I really happy with how I've been leading my life? And sometimes the answer is no. And so I like the direction that they took that. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, Crack.com, their honest ads series is actually really funny. You can tell that they put some money behind this. They've got, really nice environments and really nice cameras and constantly moving, like, tracks that they probably put a lot of stuff on, and I have maybe about $400 worth of equipment, give or take, that I bought about a decade ago. But anyway, Cracked. Funny stuff. This was good. You have a good day. Have a wonderful day. And remember, capitalism is here to destroy all of us, so you should criticize it at every opportunity, which is what we like to do with the Honest series. Like, comment, subscribe, check out our Patreon. Come see us do funny thing. We funny people do good thing humor. Brains working just fine. Why'd you ask? If you have any other honest videos to recommend them. And I'll see if I can take a look at them and maybe react and stuff. And maybe I'll make some new honest videos coming up. We've got a Wizards of the Coast episode next month, which I'm still working on. We've got a collaboration coming soon, which will be nice. And more reactions coming. You all have a good day.